Hello again. So day by day we seem to be getting closer to the announcement that Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos will own 25% of Manchester United. Even though from the beginning out of the two candidates I have always been very clear that I preferred Sir Jim Ratcliffe to win the race, that doesn't mean that my expectations and demands as a Manchester United supporter will change or drop. Jim Ratcliffe has set what seems to be a promising plan, but he has a lot to prove. And like I have said many times before, the perfect owner simply does not exist. But if after almost 2 decades of frustration, anger and suffering, you are not willing to be patient now with this new structure, then I can only suggest that you should go and follow another team. I understand the frustration, I really do. I understand that we all wanted a full sale now, but that is not going to happen yet. So changing things and correcting mistakes of 18 years and functioning like a competent football club will take time. To be a bit more specific, it's not going to take just months, it will take years. People are reading the articles about Paul Mitchell and they think that as soon as he comes, Manchester United will straight away have the best transfer windows we've ever had. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. And I do hope that Jim Ratcliffe and his people resist the temptation of trying to win the trust of the skeptical fans by making quick, expensive transfers. I mean, what a better example of why we shouldn't do that than Chelsea. The squad we have at the moment is a mess. It is a badly assembled collection of players that do not fit each other. In order to fix that mess, the last thing we need is more quick fixes. What we need is a strategy, a plan. That plan will dictate what type of players we bring. The first thing Jim Ratcliffe will need to do is to assess everyone in every department of the club and decide who will stay and where he will need to bring in new people. Obviously, that takes time. In every department that he will decide to bring new people, those new people will need to bring their own teams with them. That needs more time. Once every department is ready, then you start the plan of what type of football team you want to be and what type of coaches and players you need. And in order to do that properly, you need to identify the profiles, do proper research and scouting, and then decide who you go for. Obviously, that takes even more time. Having realistic expectations and having a long-term plan doesn't necessarily rule out short-term success. Newcastle United have put a very competent structure in place. They have resisted splashing huge amounts of money to buy fancy players, but they are having almost immediate improvements. So that can happen, but it should not be the main goal. And if it happens, it should not change your strategy of long-term and consistent success. Yes, every Manchester United fan wanted a full sale, but that is not going to happen yet. And if you let that determine your opinion on everything else, you might as well give up supporting Manchester United. Jim Ratcliffe needs to resist the fans' pressure for more big money splashing on impulsive transfers. We are in the mess we are now because of exactly that. Get a proper structure in place, set your strategy, and then start building. Aiming for long-term success doesn't rule out short-term success, but our priority needs to be what will take us to the top and keep us there.